Good evening. It is Sunday, April 7th. It rained today, but then it stopped. I'm a little loopy, and I don't know why. I just spent 10 minutes making faces into my webcam. We are going to be playing some more Mass Effect tonight, because I've been wanting to do that. I believe my strategic advisor is in chat. Maybe. Yes! Okay, excellent. Let's see, let's get everything else situated here. Okay, turn down my headset a tiny bit. Alright, to do a quick timing check, so if you could say something in 3, 2, 1, mark. Okay, that's like 2 or 3 seconds, still perfectly viable. So, off stream, I did a bunch of money laundering, got some slightly better equipment, because there's an infinite money exploit. It's a little tedious to do, but this next part coming up is annoying and difficult. Weirdly, probably the hardest part of the game, just because of timing and you're kind of low-leveled and under-geared, but plot-wise, we pick up the last character this way, so it's why I normally like to go to this particular mission once we're done on the Citadel. So we are going to Liara's dig site in the Artemis Tau system cluster. I don't remember which of these vaguely Greek-sounding systems we need to go to, so we might wind up doing some other things sort of by accident. I think the journal just says to go to the Artemis Tau system. I remember the name of the planet. Or approximately what the name of the planet is, and it's none of these, so this is not the correct system. So I will check the journal, but I don't think it has any useful information for us. Missions, find Liara T'Soni, explore the uncharted worlds of the Artemis Tau cluster to find Liara T'Soni. So that is all we have to go on. I don't think it's Gnosis. My mouse is not cooperating. Sorry. Phaistos, Armeni. There we are. This is the planet we wanted. Distant but rich industrial world claimed by the Human Systems Alliance. Its plentiful heavy metals have fueled the recent manufacturing boom on Earth. Core samples rich with the fossils of simple silicon-based organisms indicate Therum was more habitable in the past than it is at present. Perhaps this explains the many Prothean ruins dotting the surface, most of which have been looted by mining corporations. We were told to look for Prothean ruins, so looks like we found the target. I mean, I knew we found the target because I remember the planet's name, but these are the two characters I set up with better equipment, so they're the ones we are taking. This is the Mako tank, one of the banes of my existence in this game. On the plot mission world, it's not so bad. It's on the side quest.
I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
Well, that sounds promising. It does not handle well. Steering tends to overcorrect. You cannot, if you're like on a slope pointing up, you cannot depress your weapons and fire at things directly in front of you. And that happens sometimes. Ah, did not mean to zoom in. Oh yeah, and it has limited jump jet ability. Not that that's super useful, but it's there. Has a machine gun and a heavy cannon. I hope that mining equipment I just shot wasn't important. Yes, but with WASD instead of a joystick. Oh, it's a poorly timed loading screen. Fortunately, this path, I wanted to look up at that shadow. Oh, that probably doesn't bode well. That's a Geth dropship. Oh, and now we're getting shot at. Your primary cannon has a bit of a cooldown. Trying to sort of dodge those shots while in, like, tank sniping mode. Ah! Great. My mouse not wanting to cooperate does not help matters. Okay, I think we're gonna have to get out on foot to get past this.
No-go. They have height and cover.
What she said. Whee! Yeah, that was definitely what I meant to do. Fortunately, we can come in a back way on foot and disable those turrets. That was me trying to hop over a rocket that was flying towards me. Like that. I'm still getting shot at. Fortunately, because I can't often see what I'm shooting at, I get that nice experience pop-up that lets me know when I've killed something. Okay, now we're in the sort of behind that first set of turrets. That's the gate we were told to stop at. So we are going to first clear out the things that keep shooting at us. Somehow. There we go. And then go into these buildings, open up the gate, and disable the turrets. As soon as I remember how to get out of the Mako. Ah, Q. Apparently we don't need helmets. Actually, I might have disabled helmets. I don't remember. Okay, I need to, like, wipe off my mouse lens or my mouse pad or something. There we go. There's one Geth. There he is. Okay, step one opens the gates. Opens the front gates. Alright, this is gonna look a little silly. taking out these turrets on foot, but the rockets are extremely telegraphed. I say as I walk into one. My bad. Pretty sure we have an auto save. Resume last save.
Take him out.
Yep. Well, kind of. Wait,
All
what?
targets down.
Garrus, what are you talking about? All targets down. Drat. More driving. Sorry about that. That was my bad. I opened up the wrong gate. I'm used to doing this with slightly better hardware. In-game, I mean, because when the original saves I used to have, you sort of have a new game plus mode where you start with extra money and equipment. And since I got a new computer, this one does not have the saves with those files. Oops. I thought there was a way... to go faster. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game in the series. Yes, you have Geth. Please drop them off so that I can shoot them. That is 90% of tank combat, is just standing back and shooting with the main cannon while dodging slightly from side to side or up and down. Because the things you're fighting tend not to move much. Let's try this again.
This route's a no-go. They have height and cover.
Huh. Okay, there we go. I don't think I've ever completely turtled like that before. Let's try this again. We just won't open the gate this time, because we really don't need to. Park facing the correct direction, though.
I'm on my way.
Okay. Now we're back where we started before I screwed up. I can't quick save, which is unfortunate. Garrus, you looked like a Geth for a second there. Don't scare me like that. No, I just tried to jump. You can't actually jump in this game.
Perimeter clear.
Thank you, Ashley. There wasn't anyone on our perimeter, but that's good to know. This is not the room with the exit gate switch. Go away, you hexagon. Okay.
Clear.
Open the correct gate this time. And get back in our tank. You were a lot of help there, Ashley. No real reason to shoot that, but it explodes. Oh, thank you. Now I get a tutorial that the right mouse fires the cannon and left mouse fires the machine gun. Good timing, game. Hey, we leveled up from shooting things in a tank. Enemies are worth more experience if you fight them while on foot, so later on when I have better weaponry you might see me get out of the tank to kill some of these, just because. But for now, cannon sniping works pretty well. This planet, unfortunately, is kind of the most boring run-up. The other plot planets are much more interesting. There's, like, some dialogue along the way. This is mostly just big tank run. And then a couple of mini-boss fights. Whoa. Armatures take a lot of punishment. There we go.
That's it. Bag of attack.
Okay, pull into this mining depot for annoying mini-boss encounter. Oh no, we're not at the mining depot yet. Never mind. Narrow tunnel. Whee! I missed. Fortunately, you can run over the smaller enemies. And the lava, I believe, will kill you, so try to avoid it. Overcorrected the steering. Garrus, stop pretending like you helped. Oh good, we're almost at the foot section. Yep. A conveniently too narrow gap in the rock wall.
Heads up!
Is that all of them? Nothing else showing on my mini-map. I suppose I should probably check. Okay, my teammates are not using the weapons I would prefer them to be using. That's a little better. That's a dead end. Where's that thing to hide behind, Garrus? Excuse me. Great, we're taking rocket fire from somewhere.
Shield disabled.
Okay, where are those rockets coming from? Up there, somewhere. I don't see it. Maybe we took out the Rocketeer. Oh, there he is. Nice shooting, whichever one of you that was.
That's it. Bag him and tag him.
Okay, here's the mining depot that I was not looking forward to, but it's the easier of the two mini-boss fights here. You can sort of exploit it. Spider-Geth. Spider-Geth. Does whatever a Spider-Geth does. And we get to fight an armature on foot. Okay, I think I just shot at Garrus. Yeah, see, that's why we don't like these fights, because sometimes you can just get hit by an attack out of nowhere when you have no orientation as to where you're supposed to be. Fortunately, we did save right before we encountered that scene, so... I can't even... Unfortunately, I can't skip this scene either. Yeah, so I've got two snipers already aiming at me and the armature right there. So I wanted to dodge behind this box here, and I just was pointed the wrong way coming out of that scene initially. So try this again. That's much better. That's what I wanted to do last time. Basically, we hide back here and let them come to us. And the armature cannot get back here. Still, these chrome pillars are pretty impressive. You two want to do something other than shooting the wall? Over here, come and get me. Alright, one sniper down, one flipping out. Two down. Okay. Just have to deal with the armature. Find some better cover. Guess there was one left. Now, this will take a while. Because it has a ridiculous amount of shields. And we have to keep popping in and out of cover. Because of the giant beam attack. Fortunately, these packing crates are apparently invincible. There we go. Okay. Much better the second time around. And I think we got like 2 levels up in there. As well as some drops. I don't think any of them are very good. A better sensor? No. Never mind. But we will level up though. So might as well. Spent a lot of time shooting things, so I'm upgrading my ability to shoot things. Alright, moving on to part 2 of the foot segment, Inside the Mine / Archaeological Dig. But surprise, more Geth. Let's get out of this tube. Thank you.
I've never visited a Prothean ruin before. Besides to sit it down, I mean.
More elevators. Apparently we are required by law to holster our weapons whilst riding an elevator. Hey guys, what's up?
Engaging target.
Okay.
Prothean's built to last. Looks like a lava flow poured in here.
If you say so. Time for more elevators. Well, that doesn't look good.
Hello? Could somebody help me? Please? Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Liara Tassoni, I presume?
Thank the goddess. I did not think anyone would come looking for me. Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
How did you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth beyond the veil! I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please!
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
Benezia is her mother, who is Marina Sirtis, who's working with Saren. And so we weren't sure about her loyalties. Yes, we were told that that is why we were looking for her, is because she's both an expert in Protheans, and she's Benezia's daughter. We knew that.
We just need to figure some way past this energy field.
It's a Prothean barrier curtain. I knew it would keep me safe from the Geth. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
Any suggestions on how we can help?
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
That Krogan is my arch nemesis on this planet.
Heads up!
Something is shooting at. There they are. That mining laser is the solution, but I'm just going to make sure this is all cleared out. Guess we can't go that way. Invisible walls. None of those are really decent upgrades, unfortunately. They'll all get sold for other stuff later. Alright, time to play more Simon. Puzzles. Alright, so that blasted us a hole beneath the barrier field. Alright, hopefully we will only see these next couple of scenes once. Hopefully. Where's the thing to shut it off? I thought that was... Is it not this right here? There's nothing to interact with up here. What? Something broke? Do I need to talk to Liara?
Oh.
Okay.
How did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
We have to get you out of here before more Geth arrive.
Yes, you're right. I've seen enough of them to last a lifetime. That button should shut down my containment field.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. Think fast, Miss Prothean expert.
The conduit? But I don't know...
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
Gonna be close, Skipper.
Alright, Alright, fingers crossed I get this fight right the first time.
Brenda, don't. That would be more fun.
In case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it? Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Not an option. Saren wants her, and he always gets what he wants. Kill him. Spare the Asari if you can. If not, doesn't matter.
My other two teammates are already dead because they're useless in this fight. Liara is also useless, cowering in the middle there. We can take all the Geth down and just focus on the Krogan, it gets a lot easier. But it's a lot of dodging around these pylons, trying to get a clean shot at him without getting charged. Fortunately, that 8-minute time limit is completely theoretical. Also, sometimes he can just be dumb. Let me up, let me up, let me up, let me up! Yep, that was... His shield's recharged, so now we gotta get through, like, 2 of those scenes all over again, and that's why I don't like this planet. And nobody likes this planet.
I still cannot believe all this.
Saren's
The conduit.
What the?
We have to hurry. The whole place is...
Gonna be close.
Yeah, this battle with the Krogan is actually the most annoying, well, the most legitimately annoying fight in the game. There's another fight later that can just occasionally just bug out on you and you get knocked into out of bounds and you just lock up. That's a little bit different. Yeah, and you can't skip all of it. Like, I'm mashing the advanced text button and nothing's happening.
In case you...
Whatever it is
It only sometimes works. Fortunately, your minimap radar does work in this level, so I can have a decent idea of where everyone is. Unlike the armature fight, where you were kind of having to guess. Oh, this time, Ashley managed to survive. I am pleasantly surprised. Alright, where's the Krogan? It's over there, looks like. Oh. Ashley, do something useful. That is not something useful. Yep, and now he's going to regenerate most of his health, because that's what Krogans do. Okay, we are not going to get trapped by his melee attack this time. We're going to wait for our own shields to come back up. There we go. Alright, where is he? Okay. Second time we got him. Yay, we made it.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
All of these are kind of true, but...
It's a coping mechanism. You'll get used to it.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those deaths would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
Just how old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours. But among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
Did your research turn up anything interesting?
What is interesting is what I did not turn up. There is remarkably little archaeological evidence of the Protheans, and even less that might explain why they disappeared. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
What cycle? What are you talking about?
The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines, the Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of... How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
The beacon was the MacGuffin on Eden Prime that Saren wanted, that shot lightning at us, gave us the vision of creepy red alien robot things. That is how the beacon is how we know that, yeah.
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
This isn't helping us find Saren, or the conduit.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her bionics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate, or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
Go see the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Do we want to report back in to the people who gave us this job? Not really uncovered a lot of information.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
Alright, so after a major mission, I would usually run around and talk to all of our crew members again, because usually they have new stuff to say. Do you want to do that now, or next time? Okay. Let's go talk to Liara, though, at the very least. She's currently in the med bay. Yes, there she is.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
They are kind of big, aren't they? Not as big as Solarian eyes, though.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run.
The greater good.
At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
Seems to always refer to her as Benezia, never Mother or anything like that. Maybe it's a cultural thing, I don't know.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
I love that album.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us.
I roll my eyes slightly
there. We
there.
require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits onto our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
So, monogendered, male and female don't matter, but we still have daughters. They reproduce quasi-asexually, but to cause genetic variance, they mind meld with a partner to scramble their genes a bit. It's a little odd. You're the biologist.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
I don't know what she says at this point. We will meet her quote-unquote father in one of the later games.
Do you know who Matriarch Venezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
There's a bit of a stigma against...
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people.
Reverse Harry Potter.
Venezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Maybe something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Venezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
I guess I spoiled that her father did not pass away, and because we will be meeting them in the next game. Yes. Although this, how do they deal with that, might lead to the same age difference question tree. I think we covered both of these in Investigate. But this might lead to the age difference if you're curious about that.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
I believe that was it. Although I think we can ask, like, personal questions if you want to go back in and talk to her.
Goodbye, Commander. I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers. But I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau. I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
She's a bit of a teenage rebel, or the equivalent in her culture.
You must enjoy something about it.
I love my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
With a side helping of just awkward.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people.
Aww.
Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Okay, and then we're back to what we had before.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Alright, that's Liara, the newest member of our crew. And that seems like a good stopping point. We will check in with the rest of them next time and probably do some side quests. Or at the very least, I will show you what side quests look like and if you want those to be on stream. Because they're kind of repetitive, but we'll see. Let's see. Yep, this is a good stopping point. Let's see. Might come back. Okay, we saved. Yes. So today was Sunday. This next week's going to be kind of crazy, so I'm not sure when the next stream is going to be. I would like to get one League stream in sometime this next week, but with work stuff, I don't know how that's going to turn out, but we'll see. But in the meantime, I will wrap this up. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.